Hey, Maximizers. Welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Crystal, and I am a content coach, and I help product based business owners maximize their sales by using social media to create consistent content that includes a live strategy. I have been posting on social media and having a business since 2018. I started off teaching women how to coupon, okay? I was the coupon girl. I taught women how to save money using coupons. I taught them how to meal plan, how to budget, how to strategically shop for all the things that they need without spending all of their money. Okay. I started that in 2018. In 2020, when the pandemic hit, my clients were like, Crystal, can you teach us how to start side hustles? Can you teach us how to start YouTube channels? Can you teach us how to make more money? Because our 9 to 5 is not cutting it. Our 9 to 5 is not giving us everything that we need. And eventually we want to quit said 9 to 5. So like help us out. So in 2020, I accidentally became a business coach from the need of my client saying, hey, Crystal, help us make money. And then my business coach saying, hey, Crystal, come coach my people. I accidentally became a business coach. And you want to know what? I fell in love with it. So from 2020 to 2023, I did both. Forward facing to the world, I was that couponing girl. I mean, I was on the news over 20 times. I was posting YouTube videos, getting tens of thousands of views, making thousands of dollars from YouTube. I mean, I was posting videos, I was churning them out. I was doing brand deals with big corporations. And I got to the point in 2023 where my whole life shifted, right? Now looking back, I realized I went through an identity crisis within myself when it came to 2023. I went through it personally, ending an engagement. I went through it professionally, feeling unfulfilled. And I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to be the couponing girl anymore. I want to be known as a woman who helps women with their businesses. I was falling more in love with being a business coach than I was being a coupon coach. And newsflash, it's my business. I want to be happy in my business. So I made the decision in 2023 that I'm going to be a business coach. I'm going to be a business coach. So in 2024, at the beginning, I closed down all of my couponing business operations. And in 2024 was my first full year as a business coach. Well, remember when I said I broke up an engagement? I had to grieve that. So for most of 2024, your girl was in a grieving state. My business was low key at a standstill. When I say I was doing the bare minimum, I was doing the bare minimum. But in me doing that bare minimum, my head was clear and I realized I'm a business coach. And I said, but what is my secret sauce? Because I didn't have one. I was just saying I can help you start a business, take the idea from your brain and then turn it into a business. But like, what made me different? Because there's a lot of business coaches that can help you with everything. So I sat with myself in 2024 and I was like, what is my secret sauce? What sets me apart? The answer to that question is content. The answer to that question is going live. I've posted over 1,000 YouTube videos across 2 YouTube channels because I also started a brand new YouTube channel in 2023, Build a Business with Chris. If you ain't subscribed, go subscribe. So I posted over 1,000 videos. I've gone live over 1,000 times. Okay. I posted closer to 2,000 videos and I've gone live over 1,000 times, whether free, like I'm doing right now, or in one of my paid memberships. I've gone live over 1,000 times. And from that, I've made close to $400,000. Okay. How have I made this money? I've made money from brand deals. I've done 4-figure and 5-figure brand deals. I've made money from Google AdSense. I have a monetized YouTube channel that I've made over $35,000 from. I have been able to do affiliates, sign up with this link, and I made thousands of dollars from that. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my coaching. So I've sold memberships, masterclasses, workshops, boot camps. My live boot camp is open right now. I've sold one-on-one coaching. I've sold group coaching. I've sold a retreat. I sold one course and made $1,000. I'm not a course girl. I'm a class kind of girl. But I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my classes. Okay. What is the point of all of this? Content made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Whether I was posting content to get paid from the platform, whether I was posting content to get paid from a brand, whether I was posting content to sell my own services, content made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. So I realized in 2024, I need to be a content coach. When I look back at the clients that I helped, most of them I helped with their content. I helped my 60-year-old mother create reels on Instagram. And from her Instagram reels, she got clients. 60 years old. Hey, Wise Lactician, thank you so much for joining. 60 years old. Didn't know a thing about posting on Instagram. She posted on Instagram and got clients. So when I went back through my client results, it was like this one started this, and this one got more consistent with this, and this one made more sales. This one went from making $0.00 to going live a few times and making $1,000 in a month. So I was like, I'm a content coach. I do content very well for myself, and I've helped my clients with content. So this is the person that's in front of you yapping right now. I'm Chris, and I'm a content coach. I have been creating content that converts since 2019. Started my YouTube channel in 2018, but I didn't start making money until 2019. Okay. So I'm a content coach. And today I want to talk to you about the importance of having an audience. With TikTok possibly going away, and me being very sad about it because TikTok's my favorite platform to go live on. As a business owner, someone who sells a product or a service, I don't care what platform you choose. You don't want to go to a Meta platform? I don't care. You want to go to YouTube. You want to go to Blue Sky. You want to go to Twitter. You want to go to Red, whatever platform you choose. I don't care where you decide to go. If you decide to start a podcast, I don't care what platform you go to. The truth of the matter is your goal should be to build an audience of ideal clients who want to buy what you are selling. It does not matter what platform you're on. If you can post a video, if you can post a picture, if you can go live, if you can build a community, an audience of people, you need an audience of people to buy what you are selling. Because with no audience, what happens? You make $0.00. So I know I've been yapping for about 10 minutes, but tonight's live is going to be all about building an audience so that you can sell your product or service. I'm not necessarily talking to affiliates, right? If you're a big TikTok shop person, if you're a big Amazon person, you're building an audience more so around your lifestyle, around your content, and then people buy what you suggest. You still need an audience too. But I really want to speak to those of you who have your own product or service that you are selling. You need to build an audience. So I'm going to take a second from yapping, but I would love to know who's here. So let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? What city? What state? What country are you watching from? And then tell me in the comments, what is your business? So I want to know where you're watching from, and I want to know what is your business. And don't be shy. I respond to every single comment. So let me know, where are you watching from? And what is your business? And I'm live on all of my platforms. I'm live on both YouTube channels, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from and what's your business. I didn't fill up this cup and I didn't bring no other water. I might run out of water during this live the way that I'm yapping. So I'm in Orlando, Florida. And again, my business is I'm a content coach. So I help product-based business owners maximize their sales by creating consistent content that includes a live strategy. Again, of the platform. The Wise Lactician is in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to guess you're a lactician. Don't be shy. Natural hair care. Love it. Love it. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you being here. So don't be shy, y'all. Let me know where you're watching from and what your business is. Tiffany is here from Hampton, Virginia. Thank you so much for joining, Tiffany. Do you have a business? Let me know. If you don't have a business, do you want to start a business? If you so, what business do you want to start? I just washed my hair. You can even still see the conditioner. I just washed my hair, put in the Miss Silly braids so I can have a really bomb braid out. I decided to do braids instead of twists. I did it really messy this time because I was like, I got 1 hour before I have to go live. And I literally ran up here at 7:58 to go live. New Yorlumbian is in the Villages, Florida. Hey, over on YouTube. And do you have a business or do you want to start a business? Let us know in the comments. I like my lives to be very interactive. I am here to give you an hour of free education, low-key free coaching, and a motivation to get started. If you don't have a business, now is the best time to start. If you do have a business, now is the best time for you to double down, okay? Get clear about what you want and go get it, okay? So tonight we're talking about tips to build an audience to sell to. So I want to set the scene. Why is building an audience important? Because again, you cannot sell to an empty room. Not yet. I want a mobile art studio. Perfect. Are you currently creating art right now? Do you currently have a space for you to create art right now? Thank you so much for those gifts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the gifts and the likes. Want to start a business? Awesome. Do you have an idea? New Yorumbian. Do you have an idea of the business that you want to start? Okay. So I would suggest for you, if you're not already subscribed to the Build a Business with Chris YouTube channel, because I see you're watching on YouTube. I don't know which one. Subscribe to my Build a Business with Chris YouTube channel. I'm going to put the link at the bottom. You can go to my website, KristenMaximizer.com, and get on my email list. 2 things you can do for free. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and get on my email list. I offer strategy sessions where I can help you from A to Z start a business. I even have one-on-one coaching where we can work together for 6 months to help you literally start your business from scratch. But to start in a free place, subscribe to Build a Business with Chris YouTube channel and get on my email list. Both of those things you can do on my website, KristenMaximizer.com. Before you can sell as a business owner, you need an audience because you cannot sell to an empty room. So let's set the scene. I want to talk about, let me think about it. We're just gonna use the lotion as an example for tonight, okay? All right, so lotion. Let's just say you sell lotion, physically sell lotion, right? You started it, you created it, it's bottled up, it's ready to go. Let's say you rent an auditorium. The auditorium seats 1,000 people, okay? No one knows you exist. You just started whipping up this lotion in your kitchen. No one knows you exist, okay? You create a website. You create an Instagram, all right? Cool. You get this auditorium. It has 1,000 seats in the auditorium, okay? You go to this auditorium. You set up your hair. You set up your table. You put your lotions out. You put your tablecloth out. You put a presentation up on the wall of you making the lotion, you using the lotion. You put some samples out on the table. Right outside that auditorium, there's 100,000 women having a party. They are full on having a party, having a good old time right outside the auditorium. But you go in the auditorium and close your door, okay? No one knows you exist. Everything's set up. You stand up in this empty auditorium that seats 1,000 people and you start to talk about your lotion. Are you going to make a sale? Yes or no? I see y'all's comments. I'm coming. But I need to know right now, in an auditorium that seats 1,000 people with 100,000 people out front, will you make a sale? Yes or no? Let me know in the comments. Are you going to sell any lotion? You want to start a business raising autistic children? Okay, that's interesting. And natural hair maintenance. Okay. So those both are great ideas. One suggestion that I would have for you is I would like you to write down the ways that you can make money from both of these businesses. And then really figure out which one you want to pursue, which one is the easiest for you to get started with pursuing, right? I see a couple no's on TikTok, right? Are you going to make a sale? The answer to this question is absolutely not, because no one knows you exist. I'm going to tell you what you should do and why. When you start a brand new business, no one knows you exist. You can create the Instagram, you can create the website, you can create the TikTok, you can create all the things, but no one knows you exist. So in this auditorium example, what should I do, Crystal? Number one, you need a sign to put on the door and outside the door. Number two, you need to open the door. Okay. So this is how we're going to build an audience. I'm going to give you specific examples, but I need you to visually see what I'm talking about, right? The auditorium and example gives you a visual. You're going to open the door. That's you starting the social media. You're literally just going to start talking to people. Oh my gosh, how are you? What are you doing here? What kind of party is this? Oh my goodness, your skin looks so good. What lotion do you use? How do you keep your skin so moisturized? Blah, blah, blah. You know what? Actually, I started a lotion line. I would love to share with you the details of it and show you how good it is. Would you be interested? You have to just come into this auditorium. We got snacks, we got drinks. Come into the auditorium and I'll tell you. You stand at the door. You start talking to people. They start calling their friends in. Next thing you know, you look up. There's 600 people in your auditorium. Now you can stand up in front of your table and tell them the story of you starting your lotion, why you created a lotion, why it's the best lotion, why it's going to keep them moisturized. Out of those 600 people, you're going to make some sales. They're going to call their friends. There's 100,000 people outside. That's building an audience. You cannot sell to an empty room. No one knows you exist. We're not Amazon. We're not Target. We're not Shein. No one knows you exist. Okay. Even if you put your product on a website like Etsy, I want you to think about Etsy as the mall. Etsy is the mall. Etsy is the outlets where if you are going to look for lotion, you go to the mall. There's Bath and Body Works, there's luxury places, all kinds of stores sell lotion. You walk through the mall. In the old days, we needed jeans. We'd go to the mall and we'd stop at Wet Seal. We stop at Charlotte Russe, 579. We'd stop at J.C. Penney's. We'd stop at Macy's. We'd stop at all the stores in the mall. That's Etsy. But if you're just starting, you are in the basement ground level. You're not next to Macy's. No one knows you exist unless you pay the extra money to be next to Macy's. So even on a place like Etsy, when you start off, you're on the back page, baby. You in the basement by the kitchen in the janitor's closet, okay? So that I need you to this visual example. When you start your website, when you start your Instagram, when you start whatever, no one knows you exist. So you have to build an audience. How do I build an audience, Crystal? You're going to create content, which is going to bring me to my tips. You are going to create what I like to call connection content. Okay. Let me read y'all's comments and then I'll continue my rant. Tiff on Instagram says, I create at home and I'm a teacher, but I want to refurbish busts for art in my community. I love that. I would encourage you to keep creating your art and make it mobile in the sense of, can you start something where you go to the people? Okay. So instead of you mobily with the bus while you're refurbishing the bus in the background, can you do mobile arts? Can you do birthday parties? Can you do baby showers? Can you do get together events? Can you do corporate events? Can you do networking events? Does this make sense? Where you bring the art to the people and a portion of the money that you make from that goes back into your bus. If that makes sense, let me know in the comments. Like, you can be you can have a mobile art studio right now. Maybe it's not the physical mobile that you're thinking of long term, but short term, the solution to the problem is you go to the people. Does that make sense? Queen of 3 R's, thank you so much for joining on TikTok. I'm clear on my business, workshops, classes, and sell repurposed items. Awesome. What's your business? I know I was just ranting for a long ass time. But sometimes I just get a word and it just goes through me. Okay. Thank y'all so much for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. I'm scrolling up to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I see a no. Yeah, you wasn't gonna make no sales in that empty room. If you do not build an audience, you will not make a sale. And you can build an audience everywhere. Email list, podcast, any social media platform. It does not matter. You can create an audience in your community. Okay. Hey, Shopping Kira. Thank you so much for joining. Thank y'all so much for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate it. Tiff said it makes sense. Perfect. Okay. And that goes for anyone, right? I'm gonna tell you an example, and then I'm gonna tell you another example I just thought of, and then we're gonna talk. So I was on live probably last year, and there was a woman talking about that she wanted to have a taco truck. I want a taco truck. I want a taco truck. I want to get funding for a taco truck. And I asked her, I said, do you currently make tacos? She was like, no. I said, so why do you want a taco truck? Like, if you don't even make tacos right now, you don't even sell tacos right now, how do you know people want to eat your tacos? How do you know your tacos are good? How do you know that you'll make a sale? When you are thinking about starting a business, you need to start with what you have right where you are and start making sales. Start building that audience. If you ain't ever made no taco, how do you know somebody will pay you for the taco? First, start for free with the people next to you. And then once you start for free, start selling tacos. Second example I'm going to give y'all. There's this couple. I wish I knew their names. I need to go find their TikTok. They inspired me so much in the sense of like when I tell people start with what you have, it's true. So during COVID, they started selling donuts because they got laid off from COVID and they liked making donuts and there was no donuts in their area. So they started making specialty donuts. Okay. They got to the point where they sold out in their home kitchen to the point where they were waking up at 1 a.m. to make donuts to go to farmers markets. Then it got to the point where it was like a husband and wife. It got to the point where they were so busy. The husband was at this farmer's market and the wife was at this farmer's market. The jobs that they eventually got, they had to quit because they were making so much money from the donuts, to the point where they were able to rent the old Dunkin' Donuts that closed in their town. They rented it out. And the last I saw of them, they were remodeling that Dunkin' Donuts so that they had a commercial space for their donuts. That's the example of start with what you have. Start with where you are. Start with what you have. Sell out. Be bursting at the seams. Be begging for more help before you branch out and get to your bigger dreams. You got to start somewhere. I do sewing classes. I sell repurposed items and offer alterations. Oh my gosh, my mom's a seamstress. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. My mom's a seamstress, so I definitely understand what that's like. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. Food recipes, schedules, learning products and arts. Okay, that's awesome. So my other thing I would say to you is both of those businesses are completely different. So do you currently, you said you want to start one. I would say pick the one you want to start the most and focus on one, because trying to grow two businesses at a time is a little hard. Okay. So I would highly suggest you pick one and focus on that area, because these two audiences are going to most likely be completely different. And trying to build two businesses at once, it's absolutely hard. But I really love that. Both of those examples are really awesome. So I definitely think whichever one you start will be great. So for those of you that are watching on TikTok, please make sure you go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. YouTube is my main platform. That's where I create content. That's where all of my live replays are. If you are not a part of my YouTube community, please do so. There's a form on TikTok right now. If you give me your name, your email, and your phone number, you'll be added to my email list. You'll receive the direct links to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, you'll get the direct link to book a sales call with me if you wanted to chat about working together. You'll also get notified of when I have sales, promotions, discounts, all the things, just by joining my email list. So in the event that TikTok does go away, if you still enjoy these lives, I'll still be doing them on all of my other platforms. You can still find me there and join. So you can fill out this form, or you can go to christhemaximizer.com and click on get on the email list. Same thing for you on Instagram. There's a link in my bio for you to fill out the form to get on my email list. Okay. So I've been talking for 25 minutes, ain't even hit what I was supposed to be, but it's cool. I'm happy I'm helping y'all. If you have any other questions, let me know those too. Okay. So I told you can't sell to an empty room. So what kind of, what are we doing when it comes to building your audience? So the first tip that I have for you is you want to decide your content pillars. So based on your business, based on your industry, based on what you have to offer, what are your content pillars? What are 3 to 5 topics that you can talk about around your business? Let me give you an example. When I was the coupon girl, okay, I was teaching women, my overarching goal was to teach women how to save money. My content pillars: couponing, budgeting, meal planning, strategically shopping, and saving money intentionally. Those were my 5 topics under saving money. Does that make sense? As a content coach, I'm a business coach that specializes in content, that specializes in live. My content pillars are sales, social media, marketing, email list, okay? And overall creating consistent content. Those are my content pillars. I can talk about those 5 things all the time in my content. And it leads me back to the main thing, which is, are you consistently creating content that makes you sales in your business? Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen on TikTok if this makes sense. On the other platforms, give me a yes in the comments if this makes sense. What are your content pillars? So based on your business, what are 3 to 5 topics that you can talk about in your business? So I want you to come up with your content pillars. Thank y'all so much for the likes. I'm happy it makes sense to you. Those are your content pillars. Next, you want to create connection content. If you don't remember anything from Chris the Maximizer, consistently create content. Okay. We're going to talk about consistency in a second. What's connection content? Connection content is when you attract and connect your ideal client. Your ideal client is the person who needs their problem solved by your offer. The best businesses solve a problem or offer convenience. So, who needs their problem solved by you? You want to create content for them. So, loctician, you help people with natural hair care. You should be creating natural hair care content. My seamstress that does alterations and teaches sewing classes. You should be creating sewing content. How to sew a button. When do you know your clothes need to be altered? How can I do some at home alterations? What are the best things to look at when I'm picking a seamstress in my area? Showing me you sewing, showing you teaching a class, showing you maintaining the locks, natural hair care tips. Does this make sense? Like, you want to create content to attract the people that need help. I'm a content coach. What do I talk about all the time? Content and sales. Okay. The most important thing of content, the most important thing about connection content, the what's and the why. The why is how people buy. When you share the why, people will buy. So you want to share the what's in the why of your business, the what's in the why of your industry, the what's in the why of your story. Okay? When you start your Instagram, when you start your website, when you start your YouTube channel, when you start your podcast, when you start whatever social media platform your little heart desires, you cannot make your first post. Buy my lotion, buy my lotion. You ashy, buy my lotion. No one's going to buy that shit. You instead need to share your story of why you even created this lotion. Let me tell y'all the story about when my skin was so dry, like it was cracking and bleeding, and I had to go to the dermatologist. Like my mother took me to the ER. Let me tell you about that story. Now you're intrigued. Somebody's skin was dry and cracking to the point they had to go to the doctor. Let me hear a little bit more about it. And then you tell your creation story of why you created your lotion, why you tried 1,000,000 products and nothing worked. Okay. You need to tell your origin story of why. Why this industry? Why did you start this business? Why did this business change your life? Why is this business helping people? Does this make sense? Yes or no? The what's in the why. That is the connection content. That will attract the people who need their problem solved by you. That will help you build your audience. And you want an audience of people who want to buy what you are selling. So you want to attract the girls that want to be moisturized. You want to attract the clients who want their locks maintained. You want to attract the clients who want to learn how to sew. Does this make sense? I'm feeling real ranty today, y'all. But it's good, okay? Connection content. You do not need to sell anything. You share the why, and people will ask you how to buy. People will ask you how to book. People will ask you how to sign up for a class. Share the why. You share the why, and people will buy, okay? You got to build the audience. And when you're in your audience building phase, I suggest to my clients 6 to 8 weeks of nothing but connection content, nothing but building an audience. You're not telling them to buy anything. So while you're in the back end getting everything ready to prepare to sell, to prepare to launch, you're forward facing creating content to build your audience. So you have somebody to sell to. Because if your launch day is February 1st, you can't start talking about your business on February 1st. The day you want people to buy from you can't be the first day they see a video from you. It doesn't work like that. You should spend 6 to 8 weeks just engaging and nurturing your audience. When I started Krista Maximizer, I created content from August to April before I sold anything. I did a couple affiliates like in January, February, but until I started selling my own membership, I didn't start selling my membership till April. But I created nothing but content. I was creating a video almost every single day. And a video every day on YouTube, a 20 to 30 minute video every day on YouTube is insane. I was a psycho. I don't know what I was thinking. but I built that audience. I had over 5,000 subscribers before I sold anything of my own. I focused on building and nurturing and engaging with my audience and connecting with them and relating to them. I could influence the hell out of them. They were buying certain biscuits, certain laundry soap, certain toilet paper, certain makeup. They were buying whatever I was selling. And it wasn't even my stuff. I was just influencing them to try different things with our coupons, all because they connected with me. Okay. Which I already talked about. Share your story. At the beginning of every single one of my lives, I tell the 5-minute version of my story because I need you to know that the person yapping to you, I just didn't wake up yesterday and become a business coach. I didn't just wake up yesterday and started posting. I have close to 100,000 across all of my platforms as far as followers, subscribers, email lists. I have over 100,000 across all of my platforms. I've been creating content since August of 2018. It has been a grind. Since then, I've only gone 2.5 months without posting every week. I posted every single week for damn near 6 years. And about 2.5 months in 2024, after I broke up an engagement and my cat died, I stopped posting. Like I burnt myself. Like I was just like, you know what? I can't. I have to heal myself before I can go on in my business. Like I was just dog tired, and I was actually grieving because like when you sometimes, most times for me anyway, when you leave a relationship like that, it's really the relationship died. It's like that person died. Like they're still alive, but like they died to me. So I had to grieve all of that. And because my business was me, I was like, I can't do none of this. So I took a 2.5 month break. Cool. On accident, not on purpose. And then it took me most of 2024 to get my mojo back because I was evolving as a person and evolving as a business owner. And I was like, I made so many changes to my life and my business in 2023. 2024, I had to recalibrate. But by Q4, I was back on my shit. I was going live 18 to 20 times a month. And since September of 2024, I've had this newfound love and appreciation and consistency for my business. But baby, I tell my story as much as I can because I need you to see that it's not all sunshine and roses and that I didn't just wake up and start doing this yesterday. I've been doing this for years. Okay. And it took me years to figure out a lot of the things that I'm sharing with you. I'm trying to save you some heartache. You're still going to go through it. Believe me, you're still going to go through your journey. But I hope that what I'm sharing can help you because you need to tell the version of your story that connects to the why you're in front of the person today. Like I just don't want you to, oh, I'm a content coach. I didn't just pop up. Now in 2018, if I just would have popped up like, oh, I'm a business coach, like, and what business do you have and who have you helped? No one. But it's relevant to my story in the sense of I had to become the coupon coach, the money savings coach to become the business coach. Starting my story as a couponer, because I couponed for 10 years when I started. So at this point, I've been couponing for like 16 or 17 years, which is insane. I'm about to turn 35. And so I've been couponing for 16, 17 years, I believe. If I didn't start as the couponing Chris, the business Chris wouldn't be in front of you today because couponing built my business. And I was able to pivot because I started in couponing. If I had never started couponing, I wouldn't be here today, if that makes sense. And when I say started couponing, starting the business. Because Crystal had been couponing since she was 18. And I started the business at 28. Okay. So share your story. Next, when it comes to building an audience, engage with your audience. Okay. It's social media. It's meant to be social. What do you mean, Crystal? Respond to your comments. You're not Kim Kardashian. Okay. Respond to every comment. Give the people something more than just okay. Let me give you another visual example. If you had a brick and mortar business and people could walk in, if someone walked into your business and was like, oh my gosh, I love the pink walls. I love this place. It smells good in here. Like, this is beautiful. And you just looked at them and you said, that's a like. You would dare not look a person in your face who walked into your business, gave you 3 or 4 compliments. You wouldn't just say, you say, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I chose this. You tell the story about the business. Why did you choose that? color? What is the smell that I'm smelling? And tell me more about what you're selling. Does this make sense? Yes or no? So when somebody comments on something and they take the time to write out a comment, you need to take the time to like their comment and respond. A like is not enough. If they just say thank you or okay, then all right, a like is enough. But if someone says, oh my gosh, Crystal, this helped me so much. I'm so happy to hear that this was helpful for you. Let me know if you have any other questions. In what way was this most helpful for you? What part of this was most helpful? What part of this are you implementing first? Does this make go a little bit deeper, go a step deeper, not only for that person, but it helps your content when you engage with your comments. All the platforms reward you if you get more comments and you get more likes. Respond to every comment. When I started my YouTube channel, I responded to every single comment. To this day, I respond to every single comment. Now, if you comment 3 or 4 times, I'll respond to one of them. I'm not going to respond to all of them. But baby, if you comment on my YouTube channel, I am responding. If you comment on Instagram, I'm responding. I have a couple TikTok videos I haven't responded because they got like 400 or 500 comments. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Those ones make an exception. But if I got a video with 2 comments, I am responding. In the beginning of TikTok, I responded to every single comment and most of the time with a video. Okay? With a video. So I need you to respond to your comments. Engage with your audience. Your audience wants to relate to you. People need to know you, like you, and trust you before they buy from you. So if I answer Kira's question, right, that might make Tiff ask me a question next time because she saw I responded to Kira. So next time she's going to ask a question. Respond to your DMs, respond to your story replies. And this is the biggest thing. Answer all questions. When you are buying something, when you are deciding to buy something, you ask questions, you have questions. Answer the people's questions. Don't leave them on red. It's disrespectful. You know how many people I've texted? Like when you join my email list, you give me your phone number, right? I reach out, I text. People leave me on red. It makes me sad. I know they don't think it's really me. Some people said they thought I was a robot. But if I text you and it's, hey, it's Chris the Maximizer, it's really me texting you. People leave me on red. It makes me sad, but it's cool. I understand. Don't leave your people on red in the comments, in the DMs. Like, say something. Engage with them. And they will remember that. People remember that. Oh, Crystal, I'm so happy you reached out to me. Like, people remember that. You know, in my old days, I'd be smiling and dialing. Hey, it's Kristen Maxman. How you doing? Oh my God, you're calling me. Yes, I'm calling you. You joined my email list. You said you needed help with XYZ. How can I help you? How can we work together to get you more of what you want? Hey, Nancy. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for joining. It's Crystal with the K, please. Crystal with the K. I appreciate you joining. People love that. People bought from me and signed up with me and joined my programs because I called them. Took me 5 minutes to call them, see what they needed help with, answer their questions, and then they bought. You don't have to do that, but I did that, and it went over really well. So at the very least, respond to their comments, answer their questions, be consistent. You cannot start social media for your business and be inconsistent and expect results. Consistency does not mean post 3 to 5 times per day. I don't suggest you do that. That's too much. 3 to 5 times per week. Video content, 3 to 5 times per week. You choose. If you're doing long form YouTube videos, 1 to 2 times per week. Every other platform, 3 to 5 times per week. You do not have to post 3 to 5 times per day. That's overkill. But consistently show up. There are videos and replays on my YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris, for you to learn how to be consistent and how to create content for the month. I teach my clients, create your content for the month. Create your content for the month, schedule out your content, plan, batch, and schedule. You'll always be consistent, okay? But you cannot expect to post 3 or 4 times a month and expect consistent sales. It will not happen. 3 to 5 times per week, okay? 3 to 5 times per week to be consistent. Last tip for building an audience: be authentically you. Be authentically you. Do not show up on Beyonce's internet. And by the way, we get the announcement tomorrow. Do not show up on the internet trying to be anyone but yourself. Set your own trends. Do not be trendy. Show up as your whole self. Show up as you. Do not try to be anyone else. Your audience can see through that. And that does not build the know, like, and trust factor. Okay. I be cussing a little bit. Okay. I don't always speak proper English. And I be cussing a little bit. Okay. But I'm also very educated. So that side of me can also come out. But the way in which I show up on live specifically, especially my social media, is me 100%. I've set so many trends, especially in the coupon industry, that so many people followed me, so many people copied me. That means I did something good. I set the trends and people followed. Do not try to be anyone but yourself. Okay. The more relatable you are, the more your audience will want to buy from you. Okay. So, those are my tips for helping you to build an audience to sell to. Now, if you're in a place where you already have your social media up and running, you've been creating consistent content, but you're ready to go live, you're ready to sell on live. I make most of my sales on live. I am hosting a live bootcamp January 26th and 28th. It is a 2-day live bootcamp where I'm going to help you put together your live strategy for the next 30 days to help you make more sales. We cover building an audience with live, and we cover making sales on live. I am going to help you put your plan together so you know what to say, how to say it, so that you can confidently show up on live and make more sales of your products and services in your business. I'm going to help you position your product as a solution to a problem and help you sell your ass off in front of your audience live. Okay. I'm going to help you create your live strategy. When you leave the live bootcamp, you're going to leave with a workbook and a laid out strategy to go live for the next 30 days. You're going to know what your live topics are. You're going to know what you're selling. You're going to know what to say on live, and you're going to know how to sell without saying bye, bye, bye. It is going to be an epic, 2-day workshop where I help you create your live strategy. Now, the live bootcamp includes a two-day live. It's 2 hours, and there's Q&A included. You get the workbook, you get 30 days access to the replay, and you get a 15-minute one-on-one coaching call with me. So every single person who signs up for the bootcamp gets a 15-minute call with me after bootcamp so that they can talk to me one-on-one about their live strategy. So if you are ready to join the live bootcamp, it's only $149. It's happening January 26th and 28th. You can go to KristaMaximizer.com/bootcamp to get your seat. If you decide to sign up tonight, January 13th, I will give you an extra 15 minutes in your one-on-one call. So your 15-minute call will now be a 30-minute coaching call, okay? A 30-minute coaching call with me. And that's a steal. My 60-minute calls are what? $200. My 90-minute calls are $249. So to get a 30-minute coaching call plus everything that comes in the boot camp for just $149 is a steal. So if you do decide to sign up tonight, you get an extra bonus. So to get the details and sign up for the boot camp, all you have to do is go to KristaMaximizer.com/bootcamp or click the link in my profile on TikTok or Instagram. But I would love to open the floor for questions. What questions do you have about building an audience? If you don't have any questions, can you let me know in the comments, was this helpful? Yes or no? Was this helpful? Yes or no? And do you have any questions? The first question I get all the time, what platform should I build an audience on? Okay. I get this question all the time in regards to building a social media for your business. The answer to that question, one people don't like to hear, is twofold. Number one, you should be on the platform where your ideal clients are. And number two, you should be on the platform that you want to be on, the platform that you want to create content on, the platform that you feel the most comfortable showing up on. Whatever that intersection is, that's the platform you should be on. Okay. Now, TikTok's hanging in the balance. So if TikTok is your main platform, I would definitely say start looking to build an audience elsewhere as a business owner. But you want to find the intersection that works best for you. For me, my main platform is YouTube. Like all else fails, we are being on YouTube. I have been steadily building my audience over there. That's why I want you to go subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. Go subscribe. That's where I have hundreds of videos on how to start, grow a business, create content, be consistent, all the things. The video I posted on Saturday was how to get better at selling on social media, which is right on par with what we're talking about today. So YouTube is my main platform. When I go live on all of my platforms because I've built an audience in all the places. But you want to pick one platform and maximize it. Literally do all the things, do all the features, and build your audience. All the greats started in one place and built from there. So I get that question a whole lot. When should you start selling? Once you've built your audience, a couple hundred people in your audience, and you've set up a launch day. You don't just want to pop up and say, oh my gosh, my lotion's ready for sale. No, you want to do a launch. I have videos on my channel as well on how to prepare to launch. So you want to build your audience for 6 to 8 weeks. Then you want to give yourself 2 weeks to launch. So if your launch day is my birthday, February 15th, you want to start talking about everything that's for sale on February 1st and tell people everything that they can buy, how much it costs, what it looks like. So on February 15th, you are ready to make sales, not people just learning about it. Okay. What else? Do I have to tell all my business to the internet in regards to selling my story? That's another question I get. No. I don't tell you all the nitty-gritty details of my story. I like to tell you how I started. I like to tell you that I got fired from my corporate 9 to 5, an almost $80,000 a year job I got fired from, and I took Krista Maximizer full time, never looked back. It's been the hardest thing I've done next to being someone's mother. I have, made $10,000-$20,000 in a month, and I've made $2,000 in a month. I've had negative bank accounts, and I also have 2 side hustles that help me get through because the business is not always sunshine and rainbows. But I tell that story because why? It helps you relate to me. It helps you see me. It helps you understand that you can grow a business imperfectly. It's never going to be perfect. You're never going to have all the answers. It's never going to be 100% all good. Absolutely not. But I would not trade this hard for a 9 to 5 hard. So you don't have to tell all your business. Tell the version of your story that shares it without sharing all your business. Okay. Those are the 3 questions I would say I probably get the most in regards to building an audience. One thing people ask is like, how to go viral? I don't know. I don't teach virality because virality is not going to save you. Your goal should be consistent. It took me 5 years of posting on my couponing YouTube channel before I had a video get to 100,000 views. Before that, my biggest video was like 30,000 views. It took me 5 years. I posted that video at the end of 2022. I posted 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and all of 2022. No video ever went over 30,000 views. And that was a Ross video that piggybacked off someone else. So me personally, my videos, I think the most I ever got for me is between 15 to 20,000 views on couponing content. I posted a video at the end of 2022. That thing took off in 2023. It did decent in 2024. Like that video has now over 200,000 views. My most viewed video on YouTube. I have a TikTok video that's at like 400,000 views, but that's my biggest video on YouTube. And it took me 5 years of posting to get that. But I made hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. Hundreds of thousands of dollars before that video because consistency is what saved me. Consistency is what made me money. Consistency got me a $30,000 brand deal. Consistency got me a $4,500 brand deal to post one. Well, I posted 2 videos, one on TikTok and Instagram and one on YouTube. I created 2 videos. It probably took me 5 hours and I made $4,500. Okay. I made $700 from one minute TikTok. So like I made a lot of money and I still make money without going viral. Consistent. The other thing I want to say, and then I'll come to your question about hashtags. We sometimes forget, like, what's your sales goal? Like, say your sales goal is to sell 20 of your products. People are like, oh, my video is only getting 200 views or like 500 views. If your goal is to only sell 20 products this month, 200 views is good. Can you convert 1 or 2 sales out of every 200 views? If the 200 right people are watching me, that's my goal. There's only a few people watching me on live right now, and I don't give a shit. You want to know why? Because the people that are watching me are the people who need what I have. They are the people that will become future clients. You people, I don't want to say you people, the people that are watching right now, right? All of you that are watching are my ideal client in some form or fashion, because you wouldn't still be watching this long if you weren't. So take away the vanity metrics. Consistency makes you cash. Consistency helps you grow. One follower, one view, one engagement at a time. Do not chase the virality, chase the consistency. Okay. Are hashtags vital when posting? No, they help when it comes to SEO on some platforms. A few hashtags. You don't need a million, a couple. It helps when people are searching for specific things. Hashtags and captions are important, but you don't need to put 30, like in the old days of Instagram, 30. No, 2 or 3 hashtags so that the platform knows how to categorize your content and when people are searching for it. Do you feel YouTube will become highly oversaturated and challenging if TikTok becomes banned? Nope. Every platform is individual and unique. No platform is oversaturated. You build your lane. We have to think from a level of positivity. You create your own lane. When you go to the market, when you go to the grocery store, I'm in Florida, I gotta say grocery store. In Baltimore, we say market. When you go to the grocery store, how many different types of chocolate ice cream are in there? How many different types are bread? The bread aisle at Publix, there's so many different types of bread. No platform is going to be oversaturated. It's not going to become challenging. You just have to find your lane and show up accordingly. What trend are you going to set? What is going to make you different? There's 160 million people on TikTok. You don't think that's oversaturated? We cannot worry about the negative. So as much as I will miss TikTok, I will just be doubling down on my YouTube strategy. I made a giant list, okay, of what can I do to make more money? What can I do to engage with my audience that I already have? If or if not TikTok gets banned. I have a plan. If TikTok doesn't get banned, I have a plan for type of content I want to create on TikTok. Because right now, I don't create any content on TikTok. But I'm like, you know what? There are some things that I could be doing. Instead of scrolling aimlessly on TikTok, I'm going to make some more content, right? If TikTok does get banned, you just have to focus on where you're building your audience and double down on it and trust that the people that need what you have are going to buy. If you think negative, you manifest all the negative. All the negative. Oh, TikTok is going to be gone. YouTube's going to be oversaturated. It's going to be hard. YouTube is already hard. YouTube is already one of the hardest platforms. You can't think like that. You got to think, how can I show up on YouTube? I don't care that TikTok is gone. How can I show up on YouTube? How can I show up, build an audience, and make sales in my business? Does that make sense? Don't think the negative. What if it went right? What if you attract all the people that you want to attract? What if you build an audience of people that want to buy what you're selling? We have to think for the positive. I don't want TikTok to go. My favorite platform to go live on is TikTok because I love the way they put, it's all about the algorithm. I love the way that they push your content when you are live. I love that it gives a lot of different people the opportunity to see you. Okay. But I didn't have TikTok until 2020, and I didn't really get into TikTok until 2021. So I had my YouTube channel for like 3 years before TikTok was even a thing for me. And I wasn't even making sales on TikTok until probably the fall of 2021 when I did my live bootcamp. That was probably, and I said live boot camp when I did my coupon boot camp, but live boot camp is open. That was probably when I really got into TikTok, like seriously. And then I took it more seriously in 2022. But YouTube has always been my jam. I feel like it's going to be a harder learning curve from people trying to come from TikTok to YouTube. But YouTube is not oversaturated. You know how many people are already on YouTube, building YouTube channels, been doing it for years. Doing it for years. Think positively and just ask yourself, what's my next best step to get what I want with what I have? What's the next best step to get what I want with what I have? The tools and resources what I have. How can I do it for free? How can I do it for cheap? How can I do it for the low? So when I made that list, right, I was like, okay, what can I do to generate more income in my business if TikTok goes away? I don't really make a lot of money from TikTok, but if TikTok goes away, what can I do to nurture my audience on YouTube? What can I do to build my audience on YouTube? I'm not even worrying about Instagram or Facebook. If I build them, great. But my main focus is now and forever been YouTube. If TikTok does not get banned, I also have a plan because I looked at my screen time and I'm like, okay, I spend a lot of hours a week scrolling on TikTok, but I'm not creating on TikTok. So if I'm scrolling for a ridiculous amount of hours, that tells me I could take 2 of those hours and make some TikTok content and post it. So that's what I told myself. You know what? I made some videos at the end of 2024. Those videos did numbers. I'm getting a check from TikTok this month. Not my first TikTok check, but it's my first TikTok check in a while. And I was like, those videos took me, I did vlogs, right? Those videos took me not long to make, maybe an hour of my day of vlogging. And I'm getting a little YouTube check, okay? I'm getting a little TikTok check. So I was like, you know what? I am going to reallocate some of my scrolling TikTok hours into content TikTok hours because that tells me I have the time to create more content. So if I can take 2 to 3 hours a week, create content, make $500 to $1,000 a month on TikTok, I will take it. I'll take even $300 to $500 a month on TikTok. That could pay 2 bills. Okay, come pay my car insurance and my phone bill. TikTok. If I could do that, okay. And I know how to do it. I've been very consistent on TikTok over the years, right? But YouTube has just been my focus. But I realized reallocating some of my TikTok scrolling time doesn't take away from what I'm doing on YouTube. You feel me? So I made a plan. So make your plan and execute. Brandy, hey, I needed to hear this. Just getting back on YouTube after a long while and see you have a ton of live videos I can benefit from. I will start binge watching tomorrow. Thank you in advance. Thank you, Brandy, so much for joining. So make sure if you're not subscribed to my business YouTube, subscribe to my business channel. It is Build a Business with Chris. It's in the description box. Build a Business with KRYS, and also get on my email list. You can click the link in the description box, get on my email list, or go to KristenMaximizer.com and get on my email list. Everybody get on my email list because regardless, we don't own any of these social media platforms. Just like how TikTok can be banned, any of these social medias can go away. I doubt YouTube will because Google. But any of these social media platforms can be gone at any moment. So as a result, please, please, please make sure that you're on my email list so that you can always have a direct connection to me. Okay? All right. Hey, Jackie, any other questions, comments, or concerns before I go? This has been a great live. Like, I feel so good. I feel so energized. I feel so excited. And I just want to help you all. So, again, if you have a business and you already have an audience and you're ready to make sales on live, like me, you want to go live, make sure you get a seat in my live bootcamp. It's happening January 26th and 28th, where I'm going to help you create a live strategy for the next 30 days so that you can show up on live and make more sales in your business. Okay. So you can go to KristenMaximizer.com/bootcamp and sign up and save your seat. It is only $149. The bootcamp includes 2 days of live training, your workbook, 30 days access to the replay, and also a 15-minute one-on-one coaching call. You get 15 minutes with me to pick my brain and ask me all your questions. And if you buy a seat to the bootcamp tonight, I will give you an extra 15 minutes. So your coaching call will now be 30 minutes. So you get a 30-minute coaching call, 2 days of live training, 4 hours each. 2 hours each, 4 hours total. You get a workbook and replay access for less than $150. Okay. And Klarna and Afterpay and Affirm are on there so that you can break it up into those 4 easy payments if you want to as well. Okay. I turned all of that on my website because I was like, you know what? If y'all want to break it up, break that shit up. Go ahead, get in a live bootcamp. Okay. You don't want to miss it. So, any other questions? TikTok told me to go live for an hour. I think I'm almost to an hour. Let me see. 59 minutes. 1 more minute. Okay. Any other questions? If you're on TikTok, you can fill out this form to get on my email list. It also will give you direct link to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I send emails every other day about the live boot camp so you can sign up and save your seat. Okay. Brandy said on it. Okay, good. Would love to have you. Any other questions, comments, or concerns? I got to stay on for one more minute for TikTok. See what happens when I go live for an hour. But I love going live. My lives are usually scheduled for an hour, so I'm totally okay with it. Does anybody have any other questions? Any other questions? I do want to thank you all so much for joining. I think a lot of times we see the big numbers and we forget that every person who decides to take time to watch one of your videos, show up for your live, comment is a real person besides the robots. And they could be doing anything. They could be doing anything, but they decided to spend some time with you. So, with that being said, thank you for spending some time with me on live. Thank you to those of you who commented and engaged. I appreciate every single one of you. I don't take anything for granted because social media built Chris the Maximizer. I would not be where I am. I would not be full time in my business. I would not be able to show up in this way if it wasn't for all the people who have followed me and subscribed to me over the years. And I don't care if one person shows up on my live. If I help one person a day on my lives, it makes me happy. Like my new strategy is live. I post one pre-recorded video on YouTube per week and I go live 4 times a week. 5 pieces of content. If TikTok stays around, I decided I'm going to do more day in the lives. Like some of them going to be boring, but I'm literally going to show you what it's like to be a business owner and have 2 side hustles to help me support my business. I'm going to be a little bit vulnerable and I'm going to share the good and the bad and sometimes some of the ugly of what goes on in my life and in business and in my side hustles because I have 2 side hustles and one of my side hustles is coming up on busy season. So I'll be away for like 8 or 9 weeks on the road traveling on my side hustle. And I think it'll be a good way for me to show you like the behind the scenes of what I do and how it works and how my side hustle works and then how I manage my business while on the road with my side hustles because I have 2 side hustles. I do Instacart and then I travel the US and help my sorority sister sell all of our sorority apparel. And it's about to come up on busy season for that. So I'll do 2 months in the spring and then I'll do a couple of weeks in the summer with her for the shows on the road. So I decided that that's what I'm going to do on TikTok. I'm going to show a little bit more because like I said, my screen time told me that I have the availability to do it. Because if I can scroll for all them hours, I could take some of that time and I can intentionally post more content. So let us pray TikTok doesn't get banned. Hi, Valerie. Let us pray TikTok doesn't get banned. But if it does, I got a backup plan for that too, which will be to dive much more into YouTube because I haven't been doing YouTube shorts. But again, when I made my list of like what's all the things that I could do to make more money and to create more content, shorts was on there. My shorts be getting a little bit of views. So I'm like, I just made a master list of like all the things I can do and better allocate some of that scrolling time that I've been spending on social media. Okay. So I reached my extra minute. She said content. Yeah, I made a list of like more content that I can create as if TikTok gets banned as far as YouTube, definitely more shorts. But I think I'm really content with my live schedule. So 4 lives a week. 5 was too much. 6 was every day was too much because I felt like I couldn't take a break. 5 was also pushing it. So 4 seems to be my sweet spot. And I've only been doing it for 2 weeks, but 4 seems to be my sweet spot. But back to the original reason why I went down this rabbit hole. I love going live. Live is my favorite way to show up on social media. And it's also the way that I have made the most sales in my business. I was looking back at the times where I made the most sales. Like one time I signed up almost 200 people to my first coupon bootcamp that I did. Almost 197 or 96 people signed up for that coupon bootcamp. Flabbergasted. But all of that came from live. All of that. It was a low cost offer. Like it literally cost $10, but still it takes the same energy to sell a $10 item as it takes to sell a $10,000 item. My business coach told me that years ago. I didn't believe her, but today I stand on that business. It takes the same amount of energy to sell a $10 item that it takes to sell a $10,000 item. So for me to sign 196 people in that coupon bootcamp, and then from that, like 40 or 50 people joined my membership after that, it was insane. So I looked back and I was like, okay, live is where I sell the most. So I decided, because I was holding myself back for a lot of time, and I was like, I just want to go live. I just want to go live. I just want to go live. And then at one point I looked at myself and I was like, so why don't you just go live more? So when I got my mojo back in 2024, after like all my grief and whatever, I was like, I'm just going to go live. So if you go back to September and October, I went live like 20 or 25 times in a month. And then November, I had Thanksgiving and my sister's birthday, so I didn't go live as much. And then December, I did 20 lives. I want to say I did 20. So my goal now is to do 16-ish per month. As I mentioned, I've been gone for a while. I still couponing. I still coupon personally, but I don't create couponing content anymore. So you're on my couponing channel, but I don't create couponing content anymore. I still coupon. My stockpile is actually really low. And I just mentioned to my sister the things that are on my needs list that I need to get. That's another thing that was on my list, where I've still been couponing, but I was like, do I want to put the energy out to create like a deals I did this week video? Which again, I might do. I have the time. I need to reallocate some of my time, but I definitely have the time. I don't go out as consistently as I used to. Like I coupon now probably like twice a month. And based on what my stockpile needs, like right now, I haven't done a toothpaste till in like a year. So I'm down to like my last 3 tubes of toothpaste. So I'm like, look, it's time to do a toothpaste deal. But I do toilet paper all the time. I just did a bunch of lotion deals. I did lotion at Walgreens. I did body wash. Honestly, for me, couponing is not a lot of work at all. It's really not. It does not take me a lot of work. When you have a strategy, it doesn't take a lot. Like now, I open up the Walgreens ad. So see, now you're turning couponing Chris on. When you know what you need, you look at the ad, you check for coupons, you write the breakdown, you go shop. Simple. Does not have to take a lot of work. When you're trying to buy things that you don't need, that's when the work comes in. When you're trying to do 50,000 deals, that's when the work comes in. What do you need? Right now, I'm on the lookout for toothpaste. I could probably stand to do another lotion deal, but I really need toothpaste. I can do some more deodorant. Razors for sure, because I'm getting down to low on razors. So I know those are the things that I'm looking for. It's like I opened up the Walgreens ad today. I did see a toothpaste deal. So I was like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna sit and do a little breakdown. And if it's within my money that I want to spend on toothpaste, I'm gonna do the toothpaste deal because I need toothpaste. And I'll probably do a toothpaste deal every month for the next 4 months because your girl needs toothpaste. I got 3 tubes and it's just me right now. So like those 3 tubes will last me a long ass time. But I don't like to get that low because I don't like to pay full price. I'm making my list now for CVS and don't lose my Care Pass. Oh, Walgreens are closing here. Oh, dang, that sucks. Yeah, I canceled Care Pass because I wasn't there consistently. That's another thing. Just like you said, I'm making my list now so you don't use your Care Pass. You can always cancel that Care Pass and restart it again. You can always cancel it if you're on monthly. If you're on yearly, definitely use it. And also sometimes it's also okay to just go in with your $10 reward and just buy something that you actually need. Like if you're like, oh, there's nothing I really want. Like if there's no deals of things that you want or need, take that $10, go buy cereal, go buy milk, go buy pads. Even if it is full price, F it. Spend that $10 and get something that you actually need. Don't feel the pressure. Don't feel the pressure. It sucks that Walgreens are closing. I've been doing definitely more deals at Walgreens than CVS. Yes, Walgreens, they're closing because we were training them. Yeah. Mine are, I think I've seen one Walgreens close around here and one CVS. That's it. But where I live, there's so many all over the place, even if I got to take a little drive. But yeah, so I might even create that, but it might be like a once a week deal. What is happening to my toggle? It logged me out. I have it set up for yearly detergent as my go-to. See, that's a great one. Detergent. And lately, I've been doing the 4 for $10 at Walgreens. That's literally where I get all my detergent and stuff now. 4 for $10 at Walgreens, get the detergent. And I try to wait until I build up Walgreens cash and try to spend at least $5 or $10. Oh my God, my toggle is logging me out. Okay, I'm gonna go now because my toggle is logging me out. I'm over my hour and I need to go wash my damn dishes. Okay, wash my dishes and change my sheets. Those are on my weekly to-dos that I didn't do yesterday, so I need to do them today. So thank y'all so much for yapping it up with me. And the beads. See, I don't use beads. I literally just use fabric softener, dry sheets, and detergent. Dishes. Yeah, I need to do my dishes, Valerie. I'm not a do your dishes every night. I do them when I feel like it. And it's just me in here, so and I cooked, so I need to clean those dishes. But anywho, y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Tomorrow's live is also at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll be here same time, same place, all the places. If you're not subscribed to my business YouTube channel, go subscribe to Build a Business with Chris. It's Build a Business with KRYS. Make sure you get on my email list. And then if you want to go live more in your business to make sales, make sure you sign up for the live bootcamp, christhemaximizer.com/bootcamp. It's $149 and you get a 30-minute coaching call if you sign up tonight. So y'all have a good night. I'll see you later.